Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. In this video tutorial, I will discuss about final exam review for the BCIS course. Okay. The final exam consists of Internet Basic, which is this one. Okay. Email Basic. Email. Where is the email here? Email Basic. Okay. And the last one is internet safety here, internet safety. All right. I hope that all of you have reviewed or studied this material throughout the semester. So today, when you watch my review, it's just refreshing, right? Just refreshing to the material. If this is the first time you see the material, then you may need to spend a little bit more time. Okay. So I just gonna briefly uh, review to you so you can get ready for the final, right? Be sure to study the material before taking the exam, okay? Because final exam weight a lot of point. Uh, Check with the syllabus, right? I believe, let me double check here. Uh, the final exam weight 10% of your grade. So that's like a lot of point. Be sure to take your time, all right? So let's start with this one, right? Internet basic, right? Make sure you know what is internet, right? This is a basic key term that you need to know. Internet is basically a global of network that are connected together to share resources, right? And information, right? So all the network in Asia, in Europe, in America, in Africa, in Australia, they all connected together, right, to share information and resources. So basically, no one own the internet, okay, but they are managed regionally by some organization, right? So that's called internet, right? Do not get confused with the term of web, right? What is a web? Web is a collection of websites that are hosted on the internet, right? So web, for example, web is www.southtexascollege.edu. Okay, that is a web, right? It's a collection of web pages uh, that are hosted on the internet. So internet and web, sometimes people use that interchangeably, but internet is a global of network communication network, and www is a collection of website or web pages. All right, so do not get confused. How you wanna get a domain, right? Normally you can go to godaddy.com, godaddy.com, right? You can buy your domain here, right? For example, you can buy robertho.com, for example, right? See if it's available. Yes, it's available, right? So you pay usually, domain is taken, but well, here we go. robertho.org. So you can pay $9.99 per year, right? Once you buy the domain, then you can host it with the company as well, GoDaddy. I don't know how much they charge you, so you can do some research whenever you have time, right? Uh, so once you purchase the domain, then you can host it there. Once you host it, then you can start creating your web page. Okay, this is just one of the companies that buy and sell domain and host the website. There are other company as well. All right. So that is about the internet, right? Let me go to the next one. What else here? Cloud, right? Cloud computing, you need to know, right? Cloud computing, right? What is a cloud? Cloud is actually when information is not hosted locally anymore, right? They are hosted on the internet. For example, this GCF Global, or no, the Blackboard that you and I use right now, this one, Blackboard, the Blackboard learning course management software is hosted in the cloud. 10 years ago, this Blackboard is hosted in STC, but now they move to the cloud. So that means that if there is some weather increment, for example, like hurricane or natural disaster, student can still access to the Blackboard because that thing is not hosted locally in the valley. We host that in the cloud. All right. So make sure you know what is cloud computing, right? What are the pros and the cons of cloud computing? Okay. Browser also, what is browser, right? Browser is basically a software, right? It's a software that allows you to find and view website on the internet. Do not get confused with the search engine, right? Search engine is a tool to look for information, right? Search engine is a tool that used to look for information. For example, yahoo.com, bing.com, google.com, those are search engine, right? It's a tool. And this is web browser is a software that allows you to find and view the website. So review some of this, right? What is URL? Make sure you know URL, right? URL is stand for Uniform Resource Locators. Okay, what else we need to have here, right? Browser hyperlink, right? The concept of downloading and uploading, right? Download mean when user download file from the server to the local computer. Upload is from the local to the server. Okay. Let me show you how to check the speed of the internet. Okay. Speed test, right? Sometimes we want to check what's the speed of internet connection. Let's use this one. I'm going to click go. I'm here testing from the school, right? This is the IP address of our school. And the server here is using VTX1. Let's click go. Here is our download, 131 megabit per second. Right? This is for our download speed. That's pretty fast because we pay a lot of money for the internet connection. We have a lot of computers here on campus. The upload is 925 megabit per second. You see this, how fast is this when we want to upload something? All right. Okay, so let's move on to here, download and upload, right? URL, make sure you know that. How to set up Wi-Fi, right? Well, let me mention to you here the Wi-Fi, right? If you look at on this window, when you subscribe, internet service from Time Warner or Spectrum, they give you a modem, right? From modem, you need to purchase wireless router, right? Wireless router, this one allows you to split the internet connection into many different computers, right? If you don't buy this equipment, which is wireless router, this modem connect directly to here, and you only can connect one computer, one computer. But since in a house, normally you have many devices, so you need to have wireless router. This wireless router, you connect to the modem, so you can split this into many different computers. Okay, so Internet service provider provide you with a modem. From modem, you connect to the wireless router, and from wireless router, you split the service into many different computers. Let me show you some of the most recently wireless router, right, that you can purchase. Okay. Let's see. Let's check Best Buy here, right? This is the latest one. Right. This is the latest one is Wi-Fi 6, right? The standard is AX, right? It uh, wireless standard 802.11.ax is a dual band Wi-Fi 6. Wi-Fi 6. Notice that the price is 229, right? This is good if you are a gamers, right? But if you just a regular user like me, because I don't play game, I can go to a lower spec, right? This is a higher spec here, right? Wi-Fi 6 and the standard is AX222, the price, right? Let me see if we have a lower spec, right? Uh, most of the newer router now is the standard is AX. That's the latest one, right? Before Wi-Fi 6 or AX is Wi-Fi 5, right? That is AC. So let me check if they still have it. Here we go. AX, right? Oh, this is all the AX. Let me see if they still have the old one, right? Here we go, AC. You notice that this Netgear 199, right? Before AX is AC. This is Wi-Fi 5, right? So let me review the spec here to see spec. Here we go, ACNN, right? ACNN, right? This is a little bit lower, right? This one is good for 5,000 square feet. Okay. Let me compare with the standard, right? CAX is the newest and the fastest standard. Before that is AD or AC, right? This one is AC, right? In my house, I still have my AC standard, right? Wireless 802.11 AC, right? Older standard, but still fast, right? Work with the previous version, including N, but you cannot go to AD or AX. So AX is the latest one. Before AX is AD, before AD is AC. AC is the most popular one. This is the one that I have at home, right? So basically, the wireless internet is established using many different standards. Okay. Uh, what else here that I want to mention? I think that's pretty much about it about the internet basic, right? So let's me move on to the email, right? Email basic. Uh, so email basic, right? Let me go to this one. Okay. Nowadays, many people are using emails, right? Tips for email success, right? Or email etiquette, right? Email etiquette, right? Include greeting. Normally, we need to include greeting when we send email, right? Just like a written letter, it is nice to have a greeting such as dear and closing lines such as thanks, then your name, right? Follow some standard. This is called email etiquette. Be clear and concise, right? People are more likely to read an email if they know what it's all about, right? Be sure to include a relevant subject line. I usually put subject line. What are the subject line, right? Be clear and concise. Check your tone, right? Make sure you double check and read again before you click send, right? Please be sure to fill out this TPS, right? I need this written by the end of the day, so don't be late. Uh, Your recipient may not be able to recognize irony or sarcasm in email, as in the example above, which can lead to misinterpretation or confusion. The best thing is to reread and double check your grammar and the tone of the email, right? Check your tone, right? Like this is not a rocket science, so this is kind of a little bit sarcasm there. So maybe you need to rephrase it with a different style of writing. Okay. Reply carefully, right? Think before you write, right? Uh, the CC and BCC, right? CC and BCC. CC means it CC carbon copy to the following names, right? BCC is a blind carbon copy. If you put this BCC, you can send email to the following names, but the recipient will not know that the sender sent to these names, right? So that's the difference between carbon copy and blind carbon copy. Review before sending, I think I mentioned to you earlier, right? Limit text formatting, right? Limit text formatting. Your email service may have various text formatting options, but be aware that a lot of formatting can make your email difficult to read. So use wisely. Use short signature. Short signature, okay. This is basically your contact information, right? Your contact information. Avoid caps lock, right? Writing in all capital is equivalent to shouting online. So use a proper grammar and standard English. Ignore chain email, right? Okay, chain email, this is not a good one, right? Chain email can spread quickly because they are forwarded to a lot of people, right? So avoid this. So these are some of the email etiquette, right? Let me mention about the server, right? Server, right? Let me mention to you about email server. There are three type of email server. One is SMTP, SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. That's to send email, right? POP, POP server. This is to retrieve email, right? Retrieve email. And then there is IMAP, IMAP, right? That is to retrieve email too. Retrieve email, right? Retrieve email. So in order for you to send email, you need to the administrator usually set up the email account using SMTP server, SMTP server. That's to send email, right? To retrieve email. So if you can send email but cannot retrieve email or receive email, that means your IMAP server is not working. Let me let me find out what is IMAP stand for. IMAP server, right? Yeah. Uh, Let me see, right? Here, right? Uh, POP is a post office protocol, right? POP is a simple protocol that allow for downloading messages from your inbox to your local computer. We use the port number 110, right? IMAP, IMAP is a much more advanced and allow user to see all the folder in the mail server. Uh, okay, right? So IMAP is a better one. IMAP is much more advanced that allow users to see all the folder and the email. The port number is 143. Okay, so this is to retrieve email, the POP and the IMAP, Post Office Protocol and Internet Messaging Protocol. The SMTP, SMTP SMTP is a simple mail transfer protocol, right? What it is, basically, if you want to send email, this is you need to have SMTP server, then to send email to the internet, right? From the internet, it receives in the either POP or IMAP server. The port number is 2025, I believe. Let me double check that, right? The port number, right? SMTP port. The pop number is here 25, right? They use 25. All right. So make sure that if you haven't have a chance to review the emails, basic material, please do email. Please review this material carefully, right? Knows the difference between spam and phishing, right? Phishing means basically someone try to still sensitive information, right? By trick user clicking something that they are not supposed to do. Spam is unwanted email. All right. So, all right, let's move on to the next one. Right? The next material is what's the next material here? The next material is online safety, right? Well, this is very important, right? Internet safety, malware, right? We have a lot of malware and viruses nowadays, right? So I would suggest that student, if you have a computers in the house, you need to have this antivirus or anti-malware, right? Let me show you where you can get a free one. Uh, Free one. I'm doing recording. Give me 5 minutes. Okay. So here you can get a free antivirus, which is AWS antivirus, right? You can get a free one. So I would suggest student go to this filehippo.com and download this antivirus, right? It's a free one. So FileHippo, basically student can get a freeware and a shareware, right? AVG, AWS antivirus, right? Also registry cleaner. I would suggest student use this one as well, right? What is CC cleaner? CC cleaner is a free PC optimizer that frees up spaces on your computer by removing unnecessary files such as cookies, unused data, and temp file. So if you have a computer at home, I would suggest you download this free one, antivirus and registry cleaner. If you want to use secure browser, you can also use this secure browser. Okay. So nowadays, people are vulnerable. Computers nowadays are vulnerable with malware and viruses. So it's important that we prevent that using this antivirus, registry cleaner, and secure browser, right? Uh, Windows update, right? You need to constantly update this computer, right? Because if you don't update your operating system on regular basis, then there may be some vulnerabilities or security issues, right? Here, I cannot update my Windows in the office computer because everything is managed by the school, right? However, for my home PC, I regularly schedule this every week, right? Every Tuesday or every week, you need to update them, right? It's very important as well. What else here? Backup your file. Okay, this is very important. Make sure you backup your file. If you think that you cannot afford to lose the information or data, make sure you backup. When I used to work for a company in Los Angeles about 20 years ago, every day at 10 p.m., I schedule the server computer in the company to do a regular backup, right? So we do a backup every day at 10 p.m. We call this a daily backup, right? And once in a while, we also do weekly backup. We do weekly backup on Saturday. So first we do daily backup Monday through Friday, and then we do a weekly backup every Saturday or a monthly backup. Okay, so that is very important. Okay, I think that's about it that I want to cover for review, right? Just be sure you review this material carefully. Uh, it's not that difficult. However, it's not also easy. It just takes time to review the material, right? So thank you very much and good luck for your final. And be sure to double check your grade book. I will be done maybe by Sunday, maybe this week, because I have a lot of student to grade. I have over 100 students, so please be patient, right? And good luck for your final, and thank you. Bye. Happy holidays.